We return now to our journalist roundtable. Gentlemen, we spent the first part of our roundtable talking about the Senate race and lessons learned from 2018. Let's look at the presidential race. Will we see presidential candidates in Arizona in 2020, or are our electoral votes not going to matter, as we so often don't see them?
It's going to depend on who the Democratic candidate is, but if you look at most pollsters at this point are calling Arizona to be one of the few swing states in Arizona, I think based on 2018. So it all depends on who's at the top of the ticket to help Mark Kelly, or vice versa, or if he's the nominee. Does Mark Kelly help the Democratic nominee? Same with Martha McSally and Donald Trump. She's going to have to carry whatever baggage Donald Trump is holding at that point.
This is a time I actually agree with Jim. It will depend for the Democrats on who the top of the ticket is for the president. Will it help the top of the ticket in Arizona? But it's got to be both ways. The top of the ticket in Arizona has got to help the top of the ticket at the national level for the Democratic Party. And they're going to have to do that state by state by state. They're going to have a real strategy and not pull a Hillary and go, oh, we don't have to, campaign here or campaign there and then lose the state. So yeah, Arizona is going to be important.
Donald Trump won Arizona by a little less than 4 points in Arizona. That's considered close for a Republican candidate. Is he in trouble in Arizona? Looking forward, I know we're not to 2020 yet, but is he in trouble?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. As a matter of fact, I think there are more and more Democrats that are actually enjoying the fruits of Donald Trump's labors as our president. And I think they're starting to see that, and they're actually liking it. Because here's the thing, more jobs, more money into the economy also means that all of those lefty programs, all of those so-called socialist programs get more money too, because people have money to give. And that's the way I just think that there are Democrats that actually are enjoying the fruits of his labor.
It does not appear from Donald Trump's budget that he plans to spend more money on lefty budgets. Just looking at that, it seems like he's breaking some significant campaign promises about not touching Medicare, not touching Social Security, not touching Medicaid. Whether he'll be as appealing in some of the close states that he won in 2020 remains to be seen, but I believe Arizona will be up for grabs.
That's unfortunately one of the big things that the Democratic Party has said since Franklin D. Roosevelt. If you don't vote for a Democrat, you're going to lose your Social Security. They've been saying it in every election since the 40s. The reality of it is this: when you have more jobs, you don't need to have more social spending.
What's remarkable is that the economy is doing as well as it is, and yet Donald Trump's opinion ratings are so low, which tells me that it's not just the economy, stupid. It goes beyond that to the way that Donald Trump behaves in office, in a way that any other president would have been pretty happy with this economy and probably would have done better in the 2018 midterms than Donald Trump has done because of the way that Donald Trump behaves.
The polling I saw says he has a 52% overall approval rating, particularly on the economy. He has a 93% approval rating within the Republican Party. When he was at the 47%, you were talking just those core Republican supporters. But he's now over 50%.
What poll is this? What poll are you talking about that has 52% approval rating? Because if you look at the average of polls, he's in the low 40s.
I think. Oh, okay. You want to average? I
want to average out the polls.
But I think
yes, absolutely.
I saw over the weekend. They were on Twitter. 52% approval rating, 93% Republican.
I don't buy that for a second.
Okay.
All right, well, we're going to leave it there. We've got time to see. There's one poll that matters, and it'll be November 2020, the ultimate poll that matters, and we've got some time till that happens. Thank you both.
Thank you.